Hey guys, welcome back. It's Deb and Mom, and we're here in Mom's kitchen, and we are making a main dish today. And this is a recipe that just came out on the blog. I thought it would be perfect for a quick, easy dinner. It takes about 30 minutes to make. It'll take us longer to talk about it than it will to actually make the dish. So yay for that. And that's our Philadelphia cheesesteak spaghetti. I like spaghetti with this recipe, but you can use any type of pasta you prefer. And so let me walk you through the ingredients really quick. What we're gonna need, because we're making spaghetti, is spaghetti, but you could use linguine, you could use fettuccine, penne noodles, really any noodles that you prefer. Philadelphia cheesesteak is sliced shaved steak. So we're gonna use Steak Umms just because it's easy, it's found all over the United States. But of course, you could slice a ribeye steak. I'm not going to do that because I never have leftover ribeye. But if you wanted to, you could. You could also buy shaved steak sometimes in the butchery department, but thinly, just like shaved steak. Okay, so spaghetti, shaved steak. We're going to use French onion soup, Alfredo sauce, bell peppers because cheesesteaks always have bell peppers. I'm using red and green, so it's kind of pretty. An onion, a little bit of olive oil, some steak seasoning, and provolone cheese. In the background, we have a big pot on for water, and when that comes to a boil, Mom's checking it. Is it close?
It's really close, yeah.
It's really close. So when that comes to a boil, we're going to season it well with about a tablespoon of salt. We're going to put our spaghetti in there, and you guys know how to boil spaghetti, so I'm not going to have you follow me on that, but I'm going to break it in half just so it's easier to deal with. I know that's a horrible thing. But anyway, so we're going to be doing that in the background. And then additionally, you're going to need a large fry pan. And so this doesn't even go in the oven. When I say it takes 20 minutes altogether, 10 minutes to boil, 20 minutes to put it together. It's really a quick and easy dish. So I'm gonna wait till that bubbles a little bit more, and we're gonna let this start this boiling and get this party started. I'll be back in a few. Okay guys, we finally got that you know what they say, a watched pot never boils. Well, that was the case for sure. So I want to season the water, and you want it to have good flavor. So about a tablespoon of salt. And would you mind giving that a stir, Mom? And I'm going to drop the pasta. And just going to, Mom's going to give it a stir as I drop it so it doesn't stick together. Another drop. I know, people say don't break pasta. It's terrible. So, yes, I'm breaking the cardinal rule. I just find it's a lot easier to work with.
And to eat.
And to eat. Mom's got a good point. Because that is why we're here, right? All right, almost. And if you could start the time. Do you already do the timer?
Yep.
Okay. So that takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes to the al dente. And this is going to cook for a little while longer, so we certainly don't want it to overcook. When I say cook a while longer, after we drain the spaghetti, we're going to put it in the fry pan along with some other ingredients. And we don't want mushy spaghetti, so we're going to keep that right at 10 minutes, right at al dente. So, okay. So now we're on to the next step. I'll trade you places. I'm going to put my large pan over the burner, and I'm going to heat that about on medium. And if you want to start grating cheese, Mom, that would be great. I'm going to take these Steak Umms, and what they are, and you can use whatever you prefer. I've had people use ground beef. I kind of prefer the flavor of the. I want the steak because it's a steak sandwich in pasta form. But you know, you do you. You could use ground beef. You could use shaved steak if you had any leftovers. But what we're going to do next is we're going to cook the Steak Umms. This is shaved steak. It is raw, so we want to cook it till there's no pink. And you know, Mom, one thing I didn't remember to ask was, could I get a plate? Because these take just like minutes to make.
Sure.
And then if I could also get a tongue, a serving tongue. So we're just gonna put them in our hot pan here. And it doesn't take long at all for them to just go ahead and set it. Yeah. And I'm gonna cook them in batches. So we're gonna continue doing this. I'm gonna do the steak. Mom's gonna grate the cheese and follow along with us.
And Sammy's gonna bark.
And Sammy's gonna bark. So these cook in minutes. Like, it's almost done on side one. And again, you just want to cook them until there's no pink left in them. Okay, we have the steaks done. I'm gonna set those to the side. Mom started slicing the onion, and while she's doing that, I'm gonna do this, and that is the bell peppers. I just think this is a fun dish. It'd be perfect for an easy weeknight meal. It would also be great for like a Sunday supper if you're having everybody over, because it's one of those that it's real family friendly. Lots of good flavor. We'll grab that later. So I have my large skillet back on the stovetop. I put it over medium heat, and I'm going to add just a touch of olive oil. It's a nice non-stick skillet, but that little bit of olive oil is going to give it some flavor as well. So before we pull the spaghetti out and drain it, I'm going to get my veggies in the skillet. And Mom's helping me. There we go. And we're going to saute them for about 5 minutes. Our spaghetti's just about ready to go, so we're going to drain that. But first, before I do it, I'm going to pull out just a cup of pasta water, because I know that pasta water always, you know, if I need a little extra in the sauce, if it's not saucy enough, this is like gold. And because we seasoned it well, it's perfect if you're just looking to add a little bit of sauce. We're going to go ahead and dump this. Follow along. So we have our onions and peppers just sauteing in our skillet. And we're going to let them saute for about 5 minutes until they soften and caramelize a little bit. You can see it's just starting to caramelize over here. But we're going to just kind of leave them be, not futz with them too much, and just let them caramelize and get some color on them. And with the color comes flavor. So about 3 more minutes. See the difference there, guys? See, we have these onions that are starting to look nice and caramelized. That's exactly what we want. So Mom's going to go ahead and put in some seasoning. And this is just Montreal steak seasoning. I like that because it has peppers and garlic and salt and like all the things in it. So we're just gonna mix this around. And now it's time to add the pasta. So Mom's gonna add the pasta. That's perfect. And then she's going to add the French onion soup. Just pour that right in, perfect. And then she's going to add the Alfredo sauce. And then I'm going to take our tongs and just give it a good stir here. Mom's helping me out here. So we want all of that cheesiness to come together. Okay guys, we just have to finish this off real quick. Mom, if you would add half of that cheese in there. Sure. Just half. That's probably perfect. The hardest thing about pasta, when you make pasta, is I think that the biggest mistake often made is people don't mix it together well. And when you take that time and you really zhuzh it all together, make sure all the flavors are distributed, that's when you get an amazing dish. Because it'd be really easy to stop right now, but if we did, it wouldn't quite be there. You'd have some bites that wouldn't have any peppers, some wouldn't have any steak, some may not have cheese. So just take those couple of minutes and just really move everything together, and that looks amazing. We're gonna do one last thing to finish this dish. And if you would please, Mom, sprinkle that all over the top. Now we just want the stuff on the top to melt. And you can do this two ways. You can just put it over the hot pasta. It will melt the pasta, or will melt the cheese on top of the pasta. But I like finishing it under the broiler. You gotta watch it really close, because if you don't, it'll burn. I did keep my pasta water handy, but I decided I didn't need it, so we're gonna go ahead and pull that out, or throw that out. And I'm gonna tuck this underneath the broiler. Might take 30 seconds, might take 2 minutes. You know your broiler better than I. I'm just gonna watch it really close. And this is a big, heavy pan. So hang tight. Even though I'm standing here in the kitchen, and regardless, even if I'm distracted and talking to you, I still set a timer because I have forgotten things under the broiler before, and that is not a good thing. Mom and I have forgotten things under the broiler before.
Peeking.
Yes. And you know, if you open the broiler, then it stops with an electric oven. With a gas oven, I never had that issue, so we just have to be peeking and patient. Ooh. Okay, this is done. I'm going to get you in close to see this because this is impressive. Okay guys, check this out. Oh, cheesy goodness. All right, that looks amazing. Look at that yummy dish though. Okay guys, we're excited to give this a try. In fact, I'm so excited I didn't even hardly wait. That's a lot.
More than I can eat.
Yeah, my turn. Oh, need some of those pretty bell peppers. Tell me what you think, Mom. I think it's hot, for one.
Very good.
That provolone gives it a really sharp flavor. The pasta is super cheesy. The Alfredo sauce makes it cheesy too, but that French onion soup gives it that little extra soupiness and kind of drives that onion flavor home. Guys, it's really good. Now, if you can't find Steak Umms, look in your meat department. The Steak Umms are in the frozen department, but if you can't find those, look in the meat department. Look for the shaved steak. You could use hamburger if you'd prefer. You could use fajita meat. If you did, you'd want to make it really, really thin. Slice it super, super thin. But you definitely need to give this a try. Oh yeah. Now I also needed some garlic bread to go with, don't you think?
Probably.
Time to break out the air fryer. Thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate it. We appreciate you being here. It's Deb and Mom. It's Bowl Me Over. Give us a subscribe below. That way you'll know when new videos drop. Check out the blog, bowlmeover.com. Now don't forget, I didn't give you the exact amounts today. They're right below. Just check it out below. And you enjoy, okay? Keep cooking. We'll see you next time.